Kia everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm heading from Worsley Biv, which you can see behind me, up to Poulter Biv, and it's nice and early in the morning. It's 8:30 roughly, so it's May at the moment. Dark falls at about 5 p.m, so hopefully I've got more than enough time to head up to the Biv. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to knocking another one off the hut bucket list. And yeah, so I'm just going to give Worsley Biv a good sweep out and then get on my way up to Poulter Biv for a late lunch hopefully, and then get back out down this way and head to the Trust Poulter Biv for the evening, where I'm hopefully meeting a friend. But yeah, fingers crossed it all goes to plan. So this is Worsley Biv. That's the toilet over there, an old woodshed there, and this is inside the Biv that I stayed last night, which you might have seen in the last video. There was actually some free food in here, and I had a lovely packet of hot chocolate, which was nice of someone to leave. I also had my candle lit here, and then I just slept along there. But I'm just starting to tidy up at the moment. I've got my pack all ready to go. I've got my raincoat on because, as you can see, it's spitting a bit out there, but if you look up that way, there's actually a bit of blue sky and sun coming through, so I'm hopeful that it's going to be a bit sunnier later on. I'm just going to put my pack outside. So I just found this broom in the corner, and I'm just going to give the place a good old sweep out and then straighten out the mattresses, wipe the benches, just make sure it's nice and tidy for the next people who arrive. Then there's this brush and shovel here on this old box. So what I'll do is I'll just sweep all of this stuff into the brush and shovel and chuck it outside over there. Now that's done, I'm just going to put the mattresses all up. So now the hut's looking nice and tidy, swept it, made sure the bench is nice and clean, made sure that I've adjusted my plans in the hut book to say that I did actually stay the night here last night and I'm heading up to Poulter Biv today instead of yesterday as I originally thought. And then I've stacked all the mattresses up, put everything back in its place, and now all I need to do is just shut the door so that no rats and mice and other little creatures can get in. Goodbye Worsley Biv. Thank you for having me. Rubbish on the ground there. When I'm hiking I like to pick up any little piece of rubbish that I see, because I know that probably by accident I'll be dropping pieces myself, and I hope that somebody else is kind enough to pick them up for me. But one of my pet peeves is tea bags, because we don't actually know if all tea bags are biodegradable. So what I like to do if I find them in the wild is rip the top off, tip out the tea leaves, which we know are biodegradable, and then I take home the packaging with me. That was not a tea bag, by the way, but I just thought I'd pop that in there because tea bags is a really common one. Anyway, let's get going up to Poulter Biv. So it's now about 8:40 or 8:39 when I last looked, but that was a minute ago. So it's now about 8:40 in the morning, definitely time to get going. I don't want to lose the advantage that I had by starting early, but I was busy taking a lot of photos and vlogging and stuff. So anyway, let's get going. So this is what the valley floor looks like this morning. That's the way we're going. Up there you can see Worsley Pass, and then between those two hills there should be Poulter Biv. I'm just not sure exactly how long it's going to take me to get there, but I'm hoping not more than about 2 or 3 hours. see this really beautiful alpine ecosystem underfoot here. Moss, tussock, some non-native grass, but such a variety of colours. And then you can also see lichen growing in the rocks. A bit of orange lichen growing in the rocks here. So over here is the upper Poulter River. Starting to get pretty cold. The rain and wind in my face, but it's still a lovely day for it. So I'm about to go up this narrower river section, and hopefully there'll be an obvious turn off so that I can go up that valley between those two big hills that we saw earlier. It was a bit easier to see where I was going earlier, whereas now it's closing in a bit, so it's harder to see, but I still know what I'm doing. So I'm basically going to I'm going to go up here until I see a way to turn right down that valley to Poulter Hut, and I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of an uphill scramble to Poulter Hut up a creek, but we'll see. So from my vantage point, this is what you can see. So I'm just going to keep heading up that way, up the river. It's looking really, really beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. And there's even a bit of a swimming hole there if I actually want to have a swim later, which I might do. I know it's very cold, but I'll be so proud of myself if I did. So I might do that if I get back in time and it's not too dark. So my goal is to be out on the valley floor again by about 3:30, 4 o'clock. And if I am, then I might have time for a little swim in one of these little swimming holes here. I know it's nearly winter and it's very cold, but I think I would still do it just because I'd be so proud of myself and it would be really invigorating. So I'll only do that though if I have enough time. But I did bring a bikini, so just stay tuned and we'll see what happens. But let's keep going before we lose too much time. Hi guys, so it's just about 5 minutes later, but I found a really, really cute little swimming hole. I'm going to give you a look, but it comes with a little beach and the swimming hole looks quite deep, so it would be perfect for a dip later when I'm on my way back down. I'll give you a look. So it's just over there, it's on the true right of the river, and it looks quite deep, like maybe a metre or a metre and a half. And then there's a little beach there where I can put my gear and get changed and everything. So yeah, I really hope that I have enough time to have a wee swim there on my way back down. On the other hand, my feet are getting really, really cold just wading through this river. So, you know, I hope I'm warm enough to have a swim later, but make pain your friend, as my mum always said. A little bit of stress on the body actually is quite healthy, so I might still go for a swim even if it's cold, because I know that this evening I'll be snug in my sleeping bag, so I can definitely afford to get a little bit cold. This is the view upriver at the moment, getting closer and closer to the corner. That's Worsley Pass there, that's where I'm headed, across there, up that valley. Hi guys, so I'm at the turn off now. I'm just going to go up that direction. Hi guys, so it's 9:41 AM at the moment. That means I've been walking for roughly an hour. The water's very cold, it's drizzling slightly, but it is really invigorating and a lot of fun. So this is the view upstream. I'm just trying to get my location on GPS on New Zealand topo map so I can see how far up the river I am. And yeah, it is raining a little bit, but I'm just having a wee rest break, having a drink and everything. Still looking a bit misty up there, and you can see there's a bit of snow on the tops. You definitely see some up there. So even though it's a rainy, nearly winter, overcast day, I'm just putting on some sunscreen because, I mean, it's anti-aging, plus New Zealand's sun is quite strong even in winter. Yeah, so I'm just putting on some sunscreen just to be on the safe side. even though it's a bit overcast. So I'll just do the parts that are exposed, which is my hands, neck and face. Hi guys, so it's 10:15 a.m. at the moment. I'm going to check Topo Maps to see how far up the Poulter River I am now. But I'm also bush bashing at the moment. I thought it might be a wee shortcut just to get some momentum up, because I'm trying to walk reasonably quickly, but also carefully. Like, I don't want to fall over and hurt myself, but time is of the essence because it's late autumn and you know it's going to be dark at 5, so I want to make sure that I get to the Biv ideally around 12 at the latest, because my goal is to be back out at Worsley Biv sort of area by about 4 p.m. at the latest. But I actually noticed just now that there's some really fascinating, cool looking mushrooms right next to me, so I thought I'd show you them. This is what they look like from where I'm standing right now, but I'll give you a closer look. So they look really cool. They're kind of like discs. They look like they're trying really hard to trap some sunlight, and that's what they look like from underneath. And this is bush that I'm in at the moment, so it's pretty dense, but I'm just going to see if I can find a shortcut through here back down to the river. Whoops, back down to the river, which is down there. So as you can see, the bush here is pretty dense and there's lots of little dips and holes you can fall into, but it is also quite cool getting up close and intimate with the bush instead of just having it to the side of the river that I'm following. I like to actually see plants up close a little bit more. But yeah, I'll give you another vlog update once I'm out of this bush and back on the river. Hi guys, so it's 11:15 at the moment and the valley has just opened out and the sun's also come out, which is absolutely lovely. There's just a light breeze and it's a real treat now because I've been boulder hopping quite a bit, doing a little bit of bush bashing when the river was a bit more gorgy, but now that it's opened out a bit, I've got some really good views of the mountains. I can see snow up there, the sun's coming out, it's just really, really lovely, and I'm really hopeful that I'll find a lovely sunlit swimming hole by the Biv, but if not, there's a lot of swimming holes back down the river on my way back. So yeah, I'm interested to see what the Biv looks like. I have a feeling it's only going to be maybe another half an hour maximum to the Biv, that I might be able to see it once I round the next bend, but we'll see. I'll just show you the view up the river and try and show you some of the snow on the mountains as well. So that's the view up the river and I'll be going around that bend there. It's a bit hard to see, so I'll try and block out some of the sun. It's a bit hard to see with the glare, but there's actually snow on the mountains up there. Oh, you can see the snow up there a little bit better. And then there's a bit of low cloud hanging out over the main Poulter Valley. That's just the way I've come. But yeah, the sun's just lighting up the forest and it's really welcome after such a cold, wet start to the morning. But yeah, I'm going to keep going and see what's around the next bend. Starting to get a wee bit tired and hungry now. It's a little bit further than I thought. I've completely left the riverbed and I'm now tramping through this grassy vegetation. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's a bit grassy and yeah, it's still beautiful. I'm getting quite hungry though, so I hope the Biv isn't too far away. I'll give you a bit of a 360 from where I'm standing at the moment. So that's back the way I've come, back down the creek. Then you can see some snow up there, and that's the direction I'm going. We will hopefully find Poulter Biv soon. Well guys, I managed to make it to Poulter Biv. As you can see behind me, there was a bit of a rough patch trying to scramble through some of these shrubs, but I sort of circumvented them. It was back there. I just went up the scree a bit and down again. But yeah, I'm so thrilled to be at the Biv at last. I'm just going to have a nice break, have some lunch, and enjoy myself for a little bit before I head back down the river. But I'll show you what the view looks like from the Biv. So this is the view up the valley from the Biv. I'll just step onto here so I can give you a better view. Bit of a cloud, but the sun's still shining through. This is back down the Poulter on the other side. You can see there's quite a bit of snow. Now let's have a look inside the Biv before I have my lunch. I'm gonna put this down a little more here. It's really nice to get the weight off your back. So I just realised I didn't have enough water in my water bottle to make lunch, because I'm trying to make a nice big hearty meal since I'm planning to go for a swim later. Plus I'm a wee bit cold and I want to warm up. So I thought a hearty meal would warm me up a little bit, and then I'll be a bit braver when I'm going for my swim later, because I'll be nice and toasty. I don't know, that's kind of weird, but so this is the view out the window, but that riverbed that's just down there is dry. This is just looking up the little Poulter Valley. But then if you go like 50 to 100 meters up there, just along, like, first of all you go out the Tausaki bit, and then just up there there's a little creek. So that's where I found my water. So you can see I've got some broccoli in there. I'm also having some pulse pasta and some more of that soy mix that I had in that earlier video, the Eat With Me video that I filmed at Poulter Hut. And then I'm also going to add some potato flakes and some garlic and some tomato paste. And this cord that you can see here is just my charging cord, because I'm charging my phone at the moment because it's getting low on battery. But my lunch is boiling, so it's nearly ready. I might just turn it off and let it cook in its own heat for a little bit. Can't wait to have that because I'm getting quite cold. So it's Sunday the 26th of May 2024, and I'm from Christchurch / Dunedin. Hi guys, so it's 1:16 at the moment, and I'm just about to leave Poulter Biv and head back down the Poulter River, and then the next time you'll get a vlog update will be when I find a nice spot to have a wee swim. So yeah, I'm gonna go reasonably quickly because it's 1:15 and it gets dark at 5 at the moment. It's sort of nearing the end of May, so yeah, I'll be walking fairly quickly, so I won't be doing many vlog updates until I find a lovely swimming spot, and then I will. Bye Poulter Biv! So I'm officially saying goodbye to Poulter Biv and on my way back to join the Poulter creek bed. Hi Hi guys, so vlog update. I'm all ready to go for a swim now, channeling Wim Hof because the water is very cold. Oh my god, that is so cold! I can barely feel my feet now. Well, I can feel them, but they're really, really stinging. So I'm just going to get changed as fast as I can and then head back out to the hut. That was definitely very cold, guys. I'm mostly wrapped up warm now. I've got my top layers, my bottom layers nearly finished. I've just got one more layer for the bottom. But my feet are absolutely freezing, so I'm going to rub some life into them before I put my socks and shoes on, which are incidentally wet and cold. This is what my feet look like at the moment. They're bright pink. Not looking the happiest they've ever looked, but I'm going to give them a good rub. Right guys, I'm all wrapped up again. Got my raincoat on to avoid wind chill, and I've had a bite of a muesli bar, and the next you'll hear from me, I'll probably be out on the valley floor, either at Worsley Bivouac or Poulter Hut. So I'll see you later. Hi everyone, so I'm at Poulter Hut at the moment. It's about 5 minutes past 5 o'clock and I'm about half an hour away from my final destination for today, which is Poulter Hut, where hopefully, fingers crossed, my friend is meeting me. But yeah, I'm just going to have a couple of bites of my muesli bar and be on my way before it gets dark. I am expecting to be walking in the dark for, I don't know, at least 15 minutes, but yeah, I just wrote in the hut book here just to touch base and record that I've made it this far, and then it should be a pretty straightforward walk to Poulter Hut. So it's now 32 minutes past 5, supposedly the sun has well and truly set, and it is getting quite dark. But I'm about 15 minutes out from Poulter Hut, and hopefully only 15 minutes or so away from Poulter Hut. So it's about 6:30 at the moment. I am at Poulter Hut and I just got my dinner on, which you might be able to hear in the background. I've lit a candle and I've set up my bed. I'm also going to try and start a fire. There's no sign of my friend yet, so I don't know if that means he's not coming, because he did say his route was going to be quite difficult, so he might not make it, or if he's just going to come a little bit later. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to cook up some dinner and try to start a fire. So fire lighting is not my forte, so we'll see how it goes. I've tried to put the heavier wood at the bottom, lighter wood, newspaper and twigs at the top. Hi guys, so it's 9:30 the next morning. I had a lovely sleep last night. It was a bit cold to start with, but then I warmed up. So my friend did not end up arriving. I really hope he's okay, but that means that I'm heading up to Andrew's shelter by myself today. And so it is really sunny, so I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully it's going to be a lovely walk out, and I'll be able to get some beautiful photos and just really drink in the sounds of the birds and the fresh air before I head back to town. So my plan is to stay the night at Andrew's shelter tonight and then hitch back to Christchurch tomorrow. But that will all be for the next video, so stay tuned if you want to see what I get up to in my trip from the Poulter Hut to Andrew's shelter. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ka kite!